Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys all doing good today and having a good day. I thought I'd call on here today to give you guys some of my live reaction regarding the game as it's just finished. Liverpool have beaten Arsenal 1-0. Honestly, I have not say right now. I just feel so flat. I just feel so disappointed. I really, really do. And obviously, guys, I will happily answer any questions you guys have for me today. But I just I'm lost for words right now. I just think as well, and me look at the lineup as well, I don't think that was a lineup that was a team that wanted to win. I think Arteta put that lineup out because he probably wanted to draw the game and play it safe. And if that worked out, it worked out. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, and I'm just so disappointed. It's so hard to find the words right now. I feel very let down. I just see it as we've had a chance to win the game and we've not taken it, and I just feel so disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really do. I think it hurts because we conceded it right at the end. I mean, that was a great free kick. You know, you can't deny that, guys. It was an amazing free kick. It was a great moment for Liverpool in that moment, and you know, I give them that credit because Raya could not save that. It was an amazing free kick, and like I said, fair play to Liverpool. They took their chance and they defended for their lives at the end, but for us, it just feels like a punch to the stomach. It just feels like a really difficult one to take right now, especially because you were thinking you were going to get a draw out of this. The draw away wouldn't have been bad, but I just think we played Liverpool and we've gone there to get a draw, and I don't think you should ever go and get a draw. I think we have the capability. We've got the players now that can come on and get us a win. I honestly feel just so flat right now. I feel so disappointed. There's so much to talk about today. Obviously, pick up to chat as well. Hope you guys are all good today. And yeah, if you guys have got any questions for me, you're more than welcome to send them in. Please do make sure, guys, you are liking and subscribing as well. I hope you obviously do enjoy my video today. Um, Big up to Shay. Good to see you in the chat. I hope you're good. Big up to Ashik. I hope you're good. Um, Big up to Victor. Hey, so disappointing result. I think Martinelli needs to be a sub as he gave us nothing. Yeah, I mean, in the second half, he didn't give us anything at all. That was such a poor second half from him. I think in the first half, he had chances, but he didn't do enough with it. And I just think it's the same stuff we've all been saying. Yeah, we had two. The thing is, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not just saying this because I'm upset we've lost, but I think Liverpool and Arsenal were very much the same how we played. I mean, we had more sort of set pieces than them. You didn't have many corners or free kicks. Then they scored with their set piece, which is fair enough. They deserved to get over the line. But I think Liverpool weren't that great today. I mean, Liverpool were good, don't get me wrong, but they were the same. I think Arsenal and Liverpool were the same amount of good. I don't think they had any chances that stood out to me. Obviously that free kick was amazing. We can't ever deny that. But I don't think Liverpool didn't stand out to me in the attack. You know, I think because we defended quite well. I don't think they had many chances that wowed me. Obviously Salah in the second half towards the end was doing a lot of work, and you could sense a goal. I could sense a goal was coming for Liverpool because it just felt like it was happening. So yeah, I think obviously Madueke was great. So Madueke had some great opportunities. You can't deny that. He was probably our best player actually. Obviously Eze came on. I do feel really disappointed that Eze came on so late in the game. I would have wanted him to come on like 10 minutes earlier. So that's probably why I do feel a bit deflated. I do feel a bit let down. So yeah, it's what it is, guys. Big up to Ron. Why flat safe also played with a lot of heart with Keys injuries. I get what you're saying, Ron, but you know, from my perspective, I just see it. Don't get me wrong, the first half, right? I'll be honest with you guys. The first half was actually okay. Saliba went out injured. I'm going to obviously go into that. That's a big blow for us. Mosquera comes and plays, and I'll be honest with you, I think Mosquera did really well today. I think he was a little bit nervous when he came in, but he stepped up and did a great job. I think going to half time, I would have said to Arteta, you know, not a bad first half. I would like us to create more chances for Gyökeres because Gyökeres today wasn't great, but he didn't have a lot of chances at all. It was hard for him to get into the game. So do you know, if I was Arteta, what I'd have done is I would have just been ruthless and played Eze in the second half, the start of the second half. I would have put an Odegaard as well. I've taken Mourinho and Martinelli off. You've got to be ruthless. If you want a chance of winning, you have to be ruthless. And I just think, I mean, I actually don't mind Mourinho. I quite like him as a player, but he didn't do enough today for me, and neither did Martinelli. I think Arteta's just gotta be ruthless now. The reason why I feel so deflated is because I think we had a good chance to win this game today, or to draw it, or I don't know. I mean, I think we could have won this game. In the sense that if Eze would have came on sooner, I think things would have been different. You saw as he come on, he was a breath of fresh air. He was amazing going forward. He had a few chances, and it's like if you bring him on, you know, maybe in the 50th minute, the 60th minute, I just think things would have been different. Or we could have fought back a bit. I don't know. I just think we've waited too long. We've parked the bus and it's backfired on us. And you can't lie. It's a good free kick. I think defensively, I'll be honest, defensively, I think we did quite good today. Calafiori kept Salah quiet. He impressed me a lot. So, yeah, Eze was a bright spark to me. Big up to the chat. Big up to Amin. Yeah, Martinelli start. I wasn't surprised Martinelli started. Martinelli does actually have a good record at Anfield against Liverpool, but today just wasn't going to stay. Teta playing set pieces. That's what I worry about. I don't also rely on set pieces. I want us to actually score from open play and be good in the attack. But I just think we sit back and want to go for the set pieces. I think this one hurts because they scored right at the end, so it does suck. Hey Betty, that is a poor performance. Arteta playing for a draw. I do agree with that. Liverpool haven't been that good so far. Yeah, I do. I think Liverpool were good. I'm not saying they were bad at all, but they didn't stand out to me. But yeah, it was a good free kick. I'm not going to deny Liverpool that. Fair play to Liverpool. They took the chance and they won it, and they defended really well. So, you know what? If it was the other way around, I'd have been over the moon about that. We nicked it at the end. I just feel like, why did it take us so long to get into the game? Like, they scored, and that actually hurt a lot of us fans watching that. But why did that take us that long to get into the game? We should have been better. And I'd be honest, I do think a lot of this is down to Arteta today. We didn't have a lot of chances. You know, Madueke had a few chances. Eze had one chance. I don't think of many chances really, and yeah, I just feel a bit flat. I'm not gonna lie. Big up Sophie. Really dejected about this one. Still digesting it, so it's hard to think objectively. Played quite well. Could have and should have scored in the first half. The amount of corners we had. Yeah, good point. We had a lot of set pieces, didn't we? We didn't really do. I think what it was is that a lot of teams will know that we rely on set pieces. That set pieces is a way to score, and you could see Gabriel was getting marked quite a lot. It was hard for him to actually do anything. So, yeah, I think I wasn't surprised, but yeah, I just feel a bit. I would have taken a draw, but I don't ever go into a game wanting a draw, obviously. But it just feels like I just think it's a missed opportunity for us. That's all. I think if Arteta would have thrown everything at this game, if we would have brought Eze on sooner, I mean, obviously, you guys know I would have started Eze. I would have just started Eze. But I can accept him not wanting to do that because Eze's not really played much at Arsenal. I would have started Eze. I would have played him for obviously the start half. I would have put Odegaard on. Odegaard clearly wasn't fit enough to play the game. That's why he was on the bench. But this game is it's a tough one to take, guys. It really is. I'm surprised how right-sided Arsenal still are with Saka out of the side. Nolly did a job and then did a lot of corners, not like the Arsenal of old, not put away, more set plays. Do you know what I mean? You guys know I was not sure on the signing of Madueke, but I do have to give my credit. He did a good job. He was our best player today on the pitch. Like I said, I can't argue that he was very good today, and fair play to him. Could have played Eze from the start or could have made a substitution earlier. That's my exact point. And that's why I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel frustrated, and that's why. Why didn't we do this sooner? Why haven't we made these changes sooner? That's why I do feel very let down. I just think if it's not saying we would have won the game, but I just think things have been different. Gyökeres would probably be a bit more involved in the game. I just feel really disappointed. I'm not saying I'm not proud of the team because I am. I'm proud of the performances. Some performances have been very good today. That's not me dismissing that, but I just do feel a bit annoyed at Arteta that he didn't make any changes sooner. Odegaard plays sideways. I want to see Eze central. Yeah, it'd be good to see Eze central. I wasn't surprised he was on the wing though, but yeah, Eze's definitely a great player. I don't right to save it despite as good as a free kick was. He got a fingertip on it. His position could have been better. He was very close, but I did say I'm not gonna like I said, I'm not gonna hold it against Raya. It was a very good free kick. It would have been hard for any goalkeeper to save that, but you want him to save it, really, don't you? Really. Doug, who is a Liverpool fan, don't forget to subscribe, guys, to Doug's channel. What a goal worthy of winning any game of football. That is where Teta is always going to be questioned. Trying to win at the big rounds, we're surprised how you never really tested us. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we tested a goalkeeper. We didn't test Alisson enough. I know there was a really good opportunity with Madueke in the first half where Alisson saved, and that was great, but other than that, I didn't think we did enough to test the goalkeeper, and that's why I was a bit surprised. I mean, Raya, I could say the same about Liverpool at times. I think Raya made some good saves, but I do agree with you, Doug. I don't think we tested Alisson enough, and that's why it's so disappointing. Hi, Sove. Hope you don't hold the L. Hi, Sove. How are you? It's early in the season, but same old by yours. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to say now we're not going to win the league because obviously it's a long season. The season just started. We've won 2 of our games, 2 out of 3. It's not the end of the world, but it could come to pass at the end of the season. So yeah, that's just how I see it, really. But we're going to have to see how this one will go for us. But yeah, we've not had a bad start this season. We just have to. It's hard because you want to really get something out of these games. I mean, we've not been in Liverpool Anfield since 2012, so you do really want to get something out of these games. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I will hold that L. Unfortunately, I do feel like we need to. We played it safe. We need to take the game to opponents to the players that we have. That is obviously my biggest problem. The fact we play it safe. Why don't we just? I'd rather Arteta be brave, try something new. If it doesn't work out, then we can all sit here and say Arteta's, done something risky, and you know what, fair play. And no, I'd happily say that. I'd rather Arteta make brave decisions, and maybe won't be happy with it, but at least he's taking risks. So yeah, that's a good point, Victor, and that's why I do feel so frustrated. Big up to chat as well. I'm just going through your comments one by one, but please, guys, make sure you're liking this video and, of course, subscribing as well. I will be obviously going through all your questions while I can, but big up to the chat as well. California was absolutely solid, and we gave almost nothing away to Poole, and it was Anfield. It would have been a great result if we could have gotten a draw, a 0-0. We could have even nicked it. I definitely sensed one of the teams would nick it. I did sense maybe Liverpool would because it was going that way. They had more possession, they had more of the ball, they were creating more chances. But yeah, I think, listen, guys, if this ended 0-0, I wouldn't have been jumping up for joy, but I would have been content with it. I would have been okay with it. But just the way it's gone now, I just don't really feel. I just think the decisions with Arteta, I just do feel a bit disappointed. I would have switched Nelly onto the left as a central and down on the right and told them to go for the 3 points. It does feel as though Arteta's wanted to go for the draw, and I just don't think you can do that. If you want to win the league, you can't really. I just don't think the team did everything they could, but I don't think Arteta made the right decisions today. And listen, we could look back on this and we could win the league and it doesn't matter, or we could look back on this and this could be a reason why we didn't win the league because we weren't brave enough. So only time's going to tell, guys. But yeah, I was impressed with Madueke today. Madueke refused to cross the ball into the box nearest the times. Gokras will begin to hate. I did think he did do a cross at the end, and obviously Gokras couldn't get his foot on it. But I think Madueke did the best he could. I think he was trying to he played quite direct. Would have been nice for him to pass a bit more to Gyökeres, but I think he played. I'm impressed with Madueke today. I think he deserves more opportunities now. He was probably only the bright spark of the team. Be up to Papa David. Such a tactical game. The only way a team would have won was a set piece. To be honest, gutted it wasn't us. Yeah, a good comment. I think both teams were playing the same way. I mean, Liverpool perhaps went for it a little bit more. We defended really good though. That's why it was only 1-0. But it does feel like a dagger to the heart. I do feel sad about it. But we'll have to learn from this, guys, and just be able to come back from this. But yeah, obviously, guys, I'm going for your questions now. I know a lot of you on here, so yeah. Built to Nacho says, don't want to sound annoying, but 4 penalty checks are none given. A couple of them were close. Can't imagine them being given against us. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to just use this to say this is the reason why we lost today, but there was actually a penalty shout at the end with I can't remember his name, but a Liverpool player, and it hit his hand. And for me, I think they got away with that. And listen, we get away with it sometimes. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Sometimes things don't go your way. But I think that one definitely was a penalty for Arsenal. Like I said, I think it's hard really with handballs because there was one against Leeds and Everton when they played the first game, and it's hard if your hand's there and you're trying to if you put your hand behind your back. I think there's nothing much you can do, but his hand definitely touched it. Um, but like I said, I don't think we did enough today to win the game. I think in hindsight, what we should have done is if Eze said what I assume Eze would have felt okay to play a good chunk of the game. If Eze would have done that, and maybe when Neri plays, I don't know if you change a few things. I think things would have been different in the game. I think as we've all a lot of us agree on here, and a lot of people say this. Arteta did play it safe, and um, it was very much a park the bus set piece type of game. So, yeah. Um, those outswing calls and Rice were unseated though. Why not let Nani fire them into the right? I don't think Rice was actually too good today with the set pieces, to be honest with you guys. I think he struggled today as well. I think Liverpool defensively are very good. I'm not going to deny that. I think they are, but I think we had a chance there to really do a bit more. I think it's usually Declan Rice and Saka doing them, but it just didn't do it for us. It just wasn't enough for us, really. That was a big thing for us. We struggled in that. So yeah, I do agree. I think if Saka's not here, you have to have 2 players that are gonna take turns because you need. I think Rice's were corners were that effective today, and that's fair. I do agree with that. Big up to AFC Always. Just smash the like, subscribe. Thank you so much, AFC Always. Of course, guys, do make sure you're liking, subscribing as well when you're watching. Come on, guys. I know it hurts. Who for Liverpool were amazing. Work to do for sure, but it's not time to look for a bridge when you lose Anfield. So it looks. I think I do get you saying, Mum, but I think the problem is that Arteta has played it safe and no, and for me, I say to you guys, you're gonna have to take it a game at a time. I'm not gonna say here we're not gonna win the league. We're still obviously it's too early to say for me, but I just feel like we've missed a chance where we could have gotten something more out of the game. We could have played Eze. If Eze came on 15 minutes earlier, if Odegaard maybe comes on a bit earlier, Dalman, I get he's 15. I don't mind him not having as much game time because he's young and you don't want to put pressure on him. I get that, but I think if we put them on earlier and we lost, I would have said, you know what, you've done you've tried everything you possibly could have, but I just think was reacted too slow. That's the only thing that I do feel disappointed at. I know like we used to never compete at Anfield. We used to lose 4-0, and now we're competing, but it just feels like really just doesn't feel good. Why did Rice stand on the side again during the free kick? Didn't he get the lesson yet? I'm not going to blame Ryan. I don't think he could have done much of that. I think it was a hard free kick for him to get. Lastly, you do need luck to win things. Poor getting a look into consecutive games has on top of the league. I'm not feeling good at all about this result. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. I'm not gonna lie. It does feel like it just feels tough, really does. Going forward, we need to take risks in our attacking play if we're going to win the league, especially mid games. I completely agree with you there. And that's just where I worry with Arteta. Like, I'm not just talking about this game, I'm just talking in general. Like, in the Champions League, when you need to take big risks, is Arteta going to do that? I'm not sure he's going to do that. I think he likes to keep it safe. And that's where I worry about the season because there's no excuses for us not to win something big this season. And yeah, I'm just worried. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's Arteta's nature to focus on not losing instead of winning. Yeah, that's the thing. It's really difficult because if you take a risk and say you play SA today and say it doesn't go right and he struggles defensively, as an example, if you do that, then that kind of would backfire on Arteta. But I think a lot of us would rather him put out a team that is a risky team, that is something that's exciting and new. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you guys, it never crossed my mind that Mourinho would play today. I thought Odegaard would actually be okay for this game, but yeah, I think there's a lot of questions on Arteta today. We didn't have many chances, but in these games, you're not going to have a lot of possession. You're not going to have a lot of chances. You're just going to have to find a way to win. But that's a good point. I mean, as a person, in my opinion, we're all going to be different. But I would rather him take risks. I'd rather him focus on winning. Do everything you can to win it, than focus on trying to get a draw out of a game. But it's not in the world, obviously. We're just talking about the game. We can still win the league. It's only early. You know, Man City lost 2 games on the bounce, so I'm not ever saying it's over. It's been the 3rd game. We've got 2 wins. Like, it's not the end of the world, but I do feel disappointed right now. He did touch the ball, but he didn't really have a lot of the ball, to be fair. I'm in part of minority that I liked how he approached the game. Great free kick. Fair enough. That's obviously your opinion. And, you know, the first half wasn't bad at all. It wasn't too bad up until we lost and we realised that our game plan didn't work. Good to see you, Posh Bertie, in here. Hope you're well. No one was stopping at free kick, but why did Eze not start? Why did Martinelli start? It's the same mistakes year after year. That's a good point as well, because I would have wanted Eze to start. I really wanted Eze to start. I was hoping when I saw the lineup that it would be a bit of a risky lineup and we'd all be like, you know, I'd say good on you for playing Eze. But I saw Marino and I think we all felt it was a bit of a defensive lineup. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed we didn't really have any other you know, players to bring on instead of Marino. Like I said, I'd have put an Eze on, but we didn't, and is what it is now. Square was really good. Deputised for Saliba very well. Nani was really good. Some touches from Eze really were inspiring. Timber and Calafiori were great as well. The positives, yeah. I mean, you got to talk about Square because he was amazing today. I saw Saliba come off and I thought, oh my god, it's the 4th minute. It's going to be a long day, but he did incredible. Square was amazing. Obviously Madueke, I thought Timber was good in the first half. A bit of the second half he was good, but yeah, I think we did. I think defensively, Calafiori as well was great as well. So yeah, just don't get me wrong, guys. There's so many positives to talk about. I will do the play ratings as well. I just want to go through all your questions. Big Up to Young says, when other team plays defensive against a bigger team, they will counter when they have a chance, but us will back pass whenever we have the chance to counter. Yeah, we do pass sideways and backwards a lot, don't we, really? Also, playing Marty against an unnatural right back is disgusting. I'll be honest with you, I did think Martinelli would have done better today since he does have a good record against Liverpool, but clearly not. Big up to Clement who says, don't win a game when you're not brave enough. I just want to come back to this one. Can't win a game when you aren't brave with your tactics. Playing 3 CDMs in midfield is criminal. Yeah, I think it's hard because like people are going to be online talking about Gyökeres, and I'm not saying Gyökeres shouldn't be responsible for him and doing more, but if you're looking at the lineup, it's not a very creative lineup. I mean, Mourinho can find some good passes here and there, but it's not creative at all. So there's a reason why Gyökeres didn't have much in the game, and obviously things changed when Eze came on, as Odegaard and Madueke, they all sort of pushed up and just did more. So I do think that we should have brought. I mean, Odegaard, I don't know how his fitness is. I don't know how many minutes he was able to play, but I think he could have been brought on sooner as well. I will say Madueke and Square were brilliant, but Arteta's bad team decisions outweighed everything else yet again. I think there's so many. I mean, everyone will have their own opinions on how we played today. I mean, I do think we played it safe, and if we drew, like I said, if it was a 0-0, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But for me, I want to go, and I want to be a team that makes brave decisions. So yeah, cowardice. Liverpool were there for the taking. Yeah, they really were a good confident victor. They were really there for the taking. I just knew when they scored, we wouldn't score. I know we tried everything for it, but I think we had that. I just think Eze needed more time in the game, really. But yeah, it's a shame it ended like that. Madueke and Mosquera are playing well. Yeah, do you know what? Mosquera does deserve a lot of credit because I could tell he was a bit nervous when he came on and he stepped in amazingly. And it's in such a high pressured game and he did so well. So I do want to give credit to Mosquera and Madueke. They were great. Califury as well, did great. I do want to know actually how long Saliba's going to be out for. If Saliba's out, I mean, the international break is happening now. I think we need it. I think we need a bit of a break from Arsenal. But having said that, I do actually think that, yeah, I do think it's not all doom and gloom. I just want to read out your comments now. Yes, I would rather play half for Ethan instead of Marino. I was actually surprised when Noah didn't play today, and that's just because he has been playing in our last game, and I thought Arteta would sort of stick to that. I was actually surprised at that. Because to Posh Bertie, I guarantee you Arteta is going to think I lost because I brought Eze and Odegaard on, and will end up playing more conservative going forward. I mean, I don't know what minute. I'm going to find out, guys, actually, while I'm chatting with you guys, but I don't remember what minute they came on, but they should have came on sooner. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Let me find out, actually. I remember thinking, like, why has he left it so late? Liverpool were making changes before us, and they were actually more comfortable in the game. Let me just have a look. I want to find out because it was quite late in the game, wasn't it? I remember thinking, like, Arteta speed things up. Let me just find out how many minutes it was. 70 minutes, guys. Why do you have to wait till 70th minute? Arteta should have done that maybe 60 minutes, 55 minutes. It should have been sooner. I told everyone that Precious Big Six record ends today, fully deserved out. It's hard because I don't know if I wouldn't say we deserve to lose, but we didn't do enough to win either. So, didn't agree with some of the things Arteta did today, but in a parallel universe, it's probably a tactical masterclass without us conceded any and probably nicking one ourselves. I mean, listen, guys, if we would have nicked one, we would all be saying it's a masterclass. So, it just didn't work out. I've been saying this for months that the biggest problem is the manager, not the players. Can't wait for the manager to leave. Fair enough. We have a big season ahead, so we just have to get it right. I was impressed with Madueke. He played well. He looked like he was going to score. He was probably our best player. He did a lot of good today. I mean, the first half, we had the best chance. He obviously, it's a save I would expect Alisson to make, but I think it was a good save. But he was definitely good. Obviously, guys, I will do the player ratings in one moment. I just want to go through your questions. Gyökeres is going to struggle against his Premiership's big, strong, fast centre backs, but you can't fault him for his hustle. He needs to be fed quicker, playing off the shoulder. There was actually a really good chance in the first half of Timber. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I thought that was a great move from Timber. I think Timber's really good in the attacking sense as well. But other than that, I don't think there was enough really there for Gyökeres. Awful. I think Ziri was good in some moments, but then other moments he did give the ball away. He made a really good pass. Was it to Madueke in one moment, which I like, but I do agree. Be up to James. I hope you're good. Preferably you'd want the next game to arrive as quick as possible after such a result, but I guess the break could be good for the injured players to get ready. Yeah, that's a good point because it's like, actually, I don't want to find out who we have next. I'm nervous, guys, to find out who we have next coming up. Let me find out. I think we've got Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest at home on the 13th of September. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. That's not going to be easy. No to sugarcoat it. We deserve to lose. That's thinking football. The reality is that who the manager is unacceptable to play. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I didn't personally think we'd win today. I said it would be 2-2 or 1-1, but a lot of people expected us to win. I thought we'd have won today if we played Eze. I just think he'd have been a more. I just think he's the. You buy these players so they play in these big moments. So I don't know why I didn't play him. Yeah, it wasn't good enough in that sense. As I said, we just came to be defensive. Yeah, Forest next. That's not going to be easy, but we're at home. I could probably predict a win for that, but Yeah, I'm gonna go to player ratings, guys, now. Obviously, please make sure you're liking this video and subscribing, guys. If you want to send in your player ratings as well, you're more than welcome to. I'm obviously gonna answer your questions as well in the chat. I'm gonna start off with the back. So David Raya, uh, I don't think he had the best game. I think his distribution was really good today. That's really positive I'd say about David Raya. Um, I think I'll be honest, playing out from the back, we were a bit shaky at times. I did feel a bit nervous watching us. Um, he wasn't awful, but I don't think he had his best game today, Raya. I'd probably give him maybe a 6.5. Like, he wasn't awful. Like, Raya, his distribution was really good today, but I just feel as though I know there's going to be questions about could he done better on the free kick as well. So yeah, it wasn't a bad performance, but I think the atmosphere is a lot to take in as a goalkeeper. So yeah, I just felt a bit. I was hoping he would do actually a little bit better today. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'd give him. Maybe 6.5, maybe 7, probably 6.5. Um, I just think he was a bit shaky at the back today. It wasn't really his best game, but he wasn't bad either. He wasn't awful. Maybe the free kick he could have gotten a bit, but the free kick was actually quite hard to get to. I think I think he's a great goalkeeper, Raya, and he's doing really well. So I'll probably give him a 6.5. Calafiori, let's go with Calafiori. You know what? I think Calafiori had a really good game today. I know he gave the ball away at times and he slipped at times, but I can say he did a good job. He kept Salah quiet. I'm going to give him back a 7 today. I think he did 7. Yeah, I think Calafiori did good today. I think he can be proud of his performance, and like if he can stay fit, he's going to be such an important player for us. So yeah, I think he did a great job. Obviously, he gave the ball away at times. That's the only thing I'd say about how he plays. He does play quite attacking, like he likes to go up forward, he likes to, play that way, and that can be a bit risky, giving the ball away at times. But I think he did I think he did good. So I'll give him a 7. Timber, I think the second half I did think he struggled a bit, but I'd probably give him a 6.5. I think he did good. I think he was great in the first half. Obviously that pass to Gyökeres, I mean, I want to see more of those type of passes, but I thought that was a really good pass. So I'd probably give Tim a 6.5. I think he did pretty good today. Um, Obviously Gabriel, I think he did decent enough as well. Probably give him a 7. Mosquera, I think he did really good today, as we've all agreed here, considering that it's his first sort of big game. It's his first big game, and stepping up at Anfield is never going to be easy. As I said, I did think he did struggle a bit at the start with the sort of atmosphere, but I think he really gelled into the game. So I think I think that's completely fair enough. So I'm going to give him Square about a 7 too. I think he did good. I think like it's hard because defensively we did good, but I can't really sit here and give players big ratings. So I'm going to give Gabriel and Mosquera a 7. I think a lot of the players do deserve a 7. Raya just wasn't probably at his best today, but he's still a decent enough. Um, Raya did make things a bit shaky a couple of times. I noticed he kind of always does, but more often than not, he managed to get passes through. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think I do get it. Like, it must be hard when you're playing in those big games where the atmosphere is quite intense. So I do actually get the fact that might be difficult, but yeah, like you said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah. Um, so that's basically the back four. I'd probably give the back four a 7, Raya 6.5. Yeah, that's probably. And big up Soph to mention as a coward playing 3 defensive midfielders and field without creativity is criminal. It's not good, is it at all? Everything was not so bad, but do you think we need to find a way to work to keep him more in the games? Yeah, possibly. I do think we need to, but I think Raya's distribution was really good today, actually. Um, Big up to Jay. I'm tired of Arteta now. How can you be a coward and expect to win the league? 4 centre backs and 3 centre defensive midfielders took up until the 70th minute to make a change while players were down at their second half. Arteta out. Fair enough. I do think that Arteta does like to play very defensive, and that's his way of playing. But for me, I like to play quite attacking. That like the Wenger sort of football was the football I love watching. But we if Arteta wanted to do that, you've got to have a creative player in the team. You really do. I'm going to go into the I say midfield, but it wasn't great at all today. I'll start with Rice. Be honest with you, I was a little underwhelmed by Rice's performance today. I was hoping he would do a little bit more than what he did. Um, I just don't think like he was good as he usually is on set pieces. Corners, free kicks. I just think we could have maybe had someone else to help him with that. I mean, it's hard because Odegaard usually does that, Saka usually does that, and he wasn't there. Yeah, I think I'd probably give Rice a 6 today. Listen, he wasn't awful. I'm not going to say he was awful, but he made some important tackles. He made some important interceptions defensively. I think that's important as well. But what I would say is that I would have liked him to be a bit more better with the free kicks and corners, really. People calling Arteta cowards. Do you want to come to Anfield and concede 3+ goals? How many teams would come to Anfield to be able to keep people quiet? Yeah, we did keep them quiet, and that's a really great thing as well. Like, I wouldn't ever call Arteta cowards. Obviously, I just want to read out your comments. You guys are entitled to your opinion, but I wouldn't use that word, but all I would say is I'm disappointed that he didn't be more brave. That's all I would say personally. Yeah, so Rice, I'd give him a 6. Like I said, defensively, I think he had some great interceptions. I mean, we're not going to see a lot of good ratings today, a lot of 9s, are we? But I would fairly say it wasn't too bad, really. Mendy, listen, I think Mendy had some good moments. There was a pass that I thought was a great pass to Madueke on the right that was quite good. I was actually impressed with that, to be honest with you. Going forward, that was a really good pass. I'd probably give him a 6. I think he had some great moments, but obviously it would have been nice for him to control the game a bit more in midfield. So yeah, I think he's going to grow into the games as well. It's a really intense season, every year it gets more competitive, so I do get that. But yeah, it wasn't in the midfield. It wasn't our best game, but I wouldn't say we were terrible in midfield, to be honest with you. Now, Marino, I'm going to be quite brutal. I would give Marino about a 5.5, 5.5. I just don't think he did much at all. I just don't think he got into the game. I felt like he just was missing it. You wouldn't know he's playing. I know if Odegaard's injured and Arteta didn't want to play Eze, you have to play someone, but I just don't think that worked at all today. So yeah, I'd probably give him a 5.5. It's still the third game of the season. People need to relax. Fair enough. That's a fair comment. So yeah, midfield wise, probably Rice, Zubimendi 6. Yeah, and perhaps, Marino about 5.5. Now the attack, this is actually quite tough to really give a high score in the attack. Let's start with Madueke, because Madueke was actually a really bright spark in this game. He was someone that really impressed me today. Regarding his performance, I think he's definitely more suited on the right. He seemed really confident. He seemed like he really was really hungry, and he wanted to really help the team, and that's something that I really admire about him. I do have to give him credit there. He did such a great job. I'm going to give Madueke a 7 today. I think he definitely stood out to me. Yeah, I mean, I have given 7 to a lot of these players, but I think he definitely deserves a 7. I think he did really well. So yeah, I think he was just amazing today. I think Madueke deserved a goal with his hard work. The only thing I would like to see a bit more of was a few more crosses directly to Gokres if he could. But other than that, I think he did pretty good. And maybe people are starting to realise, even myself, this is why this is why we've got Madueke. So yeah, a good performance from Madueke today. But yeah, I just think we need to keep up the good work with Madueke. So yeah, I think I'd give him a 7. I think he did a solid job. Now, Martinelli. This is really difficult. I'm not gonna give him, like, a stupid low score, I'm gonna be respectable for that, but Martinelli, I mean, I talk about Martinelli a lot on here, and this is why I talk about him, because I don't know if he's low in confidence, I don't know if he's lost his spark. I just definitely think he needs to move on from Arsenal now. I just think that, I mean, how old is Martinelli? Is he about, I was gonna say how old Martinelli is, but I just said Martinelli, I just think that for both parts we need to move on. He's 24. Listen, he's got potential. He could go somewhere else, get his confidence back, be the player he was. But for me right now, Martinelli is just predictable. He's just what we've seen last season. There was a chance in the first half where he was actually great running forward with the ball, but then the ball went out, and I just felt like you could have passed to Gokres, you could have put a cross in the box, you could have done a bit more. It's hard to give him a rating. He wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. I probably give Martinelli a 4 today. I'm gonna be nice and not give him like something ridiculous, but I just felt again underwhelmed, disappointed with his performance, and I want to see more of him. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna give him really. Gyökeres, again, Gyökeres had a few touches. He didn't have many chances. Again, I do think that is down to creativity, so I'm not gonna blame him, not gonna say, this is your fault, because I don't think it is at all. I don't think there's much he can do really. It's a really tough one, because with him, there's not much that he can do. As a striker, if no one's passing to you, you can't really get into the game. So I think it's very tough to give him a high mark really. It's difficult. I just give Gyökeres, I'll give him a 5. I don't think he was awful, but he tried his work rate. His work rate was good. He was trying, he was getting into good positions, but it just wasn't. I just think he struggled. So yeah, I can't give him more than a 5. It's not really anything to do with him necessarily, but he didn't get enough. He had about one chance in the second half. Like, it's not enough really, is it? So I'd probably give him a 5. I'd be nice and give him a 5. So that's obviously, guys, the players that we've seen today. I'm going to do the substitutes now. I just want to read out your comments. Obviously, big up to chat as well. Please do make sure, guys, you are liking and subscribing as well, as that will help my channel up very much. But let me know your thoughts on the game. I will bring up your comments as well. I just want to go with your comments now. Arteta chose the wrong lineup and tactic. We move on. That's a fair comment for today, but I think what people will say to that is that it's not the first time he's done that. It's not the first time Arteta has made mistakes. So I think that's probably the problem, that he's done it before. He does make mistakes quite a lot, and he's quite predictable with the sort of lineup he does put out. So yeah, we don't need to panic. We've won 2 games out of 3. It's not the end of the world, but I would have liked just to be more brave today, really. I think a lot of us would. Big up to Gunner fans that subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, Gunner fan. I really appreciate your support. And of course, guys, make sure you are liking and subscribing, of course. Big up to Manacho says, I do agree the subs need to come on quicker and preferably as they starts and not Mourinho, but to call him Carl is a bit too much in my opinion. This is all. There's some respect. We could have scored a goal in the first half. I think as well, like, I wouldn't have minded if we played a defensive team, but you've got to have attacking players in that team, because I looked at that lineup and I thought to myself, you're going to really struggle with creating chances, especially for players. I think it's going to be really difficult for that. So I just think for me it's really difficult to have a team like that isn't going to create a lot. So yeah, I just feel a bit. I just would have liked Eze to come on in the 50th minute, probably 60th maybe, but I just think we've left it too late now, and this is what's happened. So we're going to have to just deal with the fact we've lost. But the other side is we could have won. This could have gone our way. I know it hasn't gone our way, but it could have if we had done things a bit differently. If we'd taken one of our chances and defended, if we scored, we could have defended that, but we didn't really have a lot of chances to score. I think we missed. Madueke was great, but I think we missed Saka's sort of, him being able to find those goals, and Saka always scores at Liverpool, so I would say we missed that too. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, guys. It's a long season ahead, but we're gonna have to see how we do get on. But yeah, it is what it is, really. I want to just do the ratings for the players that came on. So obviously Odegaard came on and Eze came on. I think Max Dowling came on. So Max Dowling I thought was really good, as he always is. Max Dowling gives you that energy. He was trying to make things happen. There was one point in the game where there was like 3 Liverpool players on him, and that tells me that they struggled to deal with him alone, and he is a very good player. I'd probably give Max Dowling say a 6.5. I think he did a good job. Obviously, I never expect him to come on and win us the games. I expect him to come on and do his best, which he always does. So yeah, we all know, obviously, we've spoken about it many times, guys, but we all know what a bright spot Max Dowling is, and I'm happy he came on when he did. I don't think you should really bring him on to change the game. I think he's a player that you shouldn't rely on because he's young, he's 15. You must forget sometimes how old he is because he's so good. He does seem very experienced, but yeah, he did really good today. I'm definitely really impressed with him. Now, Odegaard again. Odegaard, listen, I think he's injured. He's just recovered from, I think it's a shoulder injury. So he did okay. He made a few good passes. I think it was good to see him back on the pitch. I do wonder if he's going to be starting. Obviously, I think what's going to happen now, guys, is that I think that Eze is going to be playing on the left and Odegaard's going to play in that attacking midfield position. Obviously, I would probably prefer it if we did see Eze where Odegaard plays, but it's what it is. I think we're just going to have to see how it goes. But Odegaard, I don't think he did anything bad today. I thought he made some passes good going forward. He was quick with his passing. I'd probably give him a 6. I don't think he was bad. Don't think he did anything that stood out, but he didn't have a lot of time to really do much in the game for me. Eze for me was probably our best substitute. I think I'd probably give him a 6.5. I think he had a few chances where he was running with the ball. Obviously, he fell over in the box, but it just shows you the glimpses of Eze, what we're going to see with him, how good he's going to be. And I think it's really interesting. I think it's really great to see Eze come through. And yeah, I love Eze. I think he's going to be a great signing for Arsenal. Obviously, he's got the experience of the Premier League. He knows what it's like. He's played in big games. When he played Crystal Palace. So yeah, I think he's going to do good here. Just needs a bit more time. And of course, you guys know I'd have like Arteta to play him a little bit sooner, really. One question: when are we ever going to play with a fully fit squad? Just tired now of seeing us getting injury after injury. We're happy with Arsenal when we're still here. It does happen. I mean, it's hard, really. I mean, the season started. Havertz is out, Saka's out, Saliba's out. Odegaard was out. He's okay now, but it's just there's 2 things I think about it. I think you have to have luck sometimes, and if you don't have luck, then you're not going to win. You need luck sometimes. We had luck against United when we played them. I will also say as though it could be perhaps with the intense training that Arteta does with Arsenal, because we have noticed there has been quite a few hamstring injuries, so I think it's to do with the intense training as well. So yeah, it's probably a bit of both, but let's just hope guys Saliba's injury isn't too serious, because I will be upset if he is out for a little bit of a time, because I think Saliba, I mean, Mosquera is definitely good enough to step in. Mosquera is a great player. I'm not denying that at all, but it would be nice if we could have Saliba back fit. And if Saliba's out for a week, of course, it's a break. It's okay, but if he's out for a long period of time, it just wouldn't be ideal for us at all. Martinelli is just taking up space. You need to attack the space, and at the very least win a corner. Nolly starting on the left and Lewandowski on the right. Attack. Yeah, I do think that there's other players that could play in that position that could do a bit more, as you said, Ron. I think that's a really good comment, because I look at players. I mean, on the left, I don't mind if Madueke's on the left. He's still going to do good work anyway. But I just thought the left hand side, we didn't attack as much. The right hand side was again attack. You could really see Madueke was giving everything there, and that's what you want from players. But on the left, I mean, I know Trossard isn't a starter, but we could have brought him on if he was available. I think he was on the bench, so he must have been available. Obviously, if you play Madueke on the left, you got players that were there, as you said, Ron. You got other players. I think we should have switched up a little bit. I think it's hard. It's hard when you lose right at the end because you don't have a lot of time. When someone scores in like the 82nd minute, you don't have much time to change the game, as we were pretty much playing for a draw. But yeah, I think Martinelli has taken a bit of space, and it's not like a fact he's just one bad game. It's just he's just too predictable. I just don't think he suits. He's not good enough right now. That's all we can say. So yeah, it's very annoying. On a different note, it's just drawing to hear the in-game anti-Arsenal commentary. For example, Andy Town said, "I can't tell you bad. So if you haven't heard, I haven't heard it. Is it bad?" Or, I'm glad I didn't hear that. To be fair, yeah, some of them can be a bit biased towards Arsenal. I'm glad I didn't hear that though. That would have been frustrating to hear. But yeah, Arteta as well. I will give him a rating. I do think Arteta is responsible for quite a lot of things today. I'd probably give Arteta I'll give Arteta a 5 today. I just think he went. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It could have got us a draw, but it didn't. I just think he played too safe today, and I just think we had a chance to win this game. I've said this so many times. I don't keep going over it, guys. But if we'd have just, played Eze sooner, Odegaard sooner, maybe brought Waneri or McSalon, you could have really just thrown it all out and just got the win. But we played to draw, so that's not what I want really from an Arsenal team. But like I said, if we do, I wouldn't have been upset. I'd have been probably content with that. But reality is we've lost the game, and that hurts now. But yeah, Arteta doesn't get a great score from me, but obviously that is pretty much my ratings, guys, as well. If you guys have got any questions to me, please do send them through. I'm more than happy to answer the questions as well that you guys have for me as well. And yeah, big up to chat as well. I hope you guys are good. I know we've lost today and it hurts, but it's always good to answer your questions, and I've enjoyed chatting with you guys. I will be on here for about 20 more minutes, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been on here. I want to read something Arteta just said. So Arteta said, "You have to put the ball in the back of the net. We were much better than the last year when we drew the game. Today we have 3, 4, 5 situations inside the box, 1v1. Eze is completely through just to finish the action. You have to put the ball back in the net if you want to win." That obviously that is. He's saying what we already know. I don't think I want to. I don't hear what Arteta's going to say right now. I don't want to check Twitter because I do actually feel better, guys, to having a chat with you guys. I always love chatting with you guys, even if we've won. But I feel better when we've lost to chat with you guys because I just can't believe today. It's hard to take, for some reasons. Like it's hard when you lose right at the end. It's like a slap in the face when you lose right at the end. And sometimes a win right at the end, and that's hard for the other team as well. But it's just really tough really to take this one because it's hard because I see it two ways. If we'd drawn it, I would have said not the worst result considering Liverpool have got a great team, a great attack. But I also see it as we had a chance today to throw all of our new players on, Eze, obviously Masquerade came on. I just think it's just a missed opportunity. That's why I feel so annoyed because Eze should have started, or Eze could have came on. I was saying to my family when I was watching a game, Eze should come on in the first half, first start of the second half, because if Eze comes on when the second half starts, it's going to be a different game. But we didn't, so we just have to live with what we've done and just accept it now. We do have to accept it. We've got to move on. I mean, it's going to be so tough next week. I think we'll probably be thinking about this game for a few days, but then we'll get over it after a while. We'll move past it, but it's a tough one to take right now, but we've got an international break coming up. I'm sure we'll be thinking about it. I'm sure Arteta, the players, will be thinking about it too. But hopefully in that international break won't have any injuries as well. But it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Some opponents can be harsh now, so that's true. Yeah. And post-match, they're banging about how Liverpool had a tough fixture list. Yeah, we've got a tough fixture list, guys. I want to see what our fixtures are. I will share my screen, actually. I want to see. I know we've got Man City in there. I just want to have a look. Let me share my screen. I want to see who we've got. Let me just check. Right, I just want to make sure this is shared. Give me guys 1 second. I just want to try and have a look at our fixtures. I don't dare to think who we've got. So this is our fixtures. So obviously I don't know about Arsenal and Liverpool, but yeah. Oh, that is quite soon. Oh god. Yeah, so we've not got it easy, guys. So obviously, you've got Forest at home. Forest at home isn't too bad because we're at home. If we're away, I think we'd struggle in that game. Obviously, you've got Athletic Club away, and then you've got Man City at home and Newcastle away. These two, Newcastle away, guys, is going to be incredibly tough. I feel worried. I'm worried about that game. Let me just see who else we've got, and then yeah, so yeah, I think these ones are going to be tough. I actually want to check who Liverpool have got. Let me just check now. Just see who Liverpool's fixtures are. I mean, listen, we're all going to have tough fixtures at some point. Let me just see who they've got. Bear with me a second. Burnley. I mean, I think Atletico Madrid is going to be difficult for them. Everton. Yeah, I mean, I think they've got winnable fixtures. I don't think they've got big, hard fixtures. I'll just come back now, guys. I just want to see who we have. Actually therapy, yeah. Nelly plays for his defensive output mostly nowadays. You know what? It's so difficult because he's so good defensively. I'm just like, why can't you have the same energy in the attacking sense? It's crazy. Big up to Farron. Good to see you in the chat. Obviously, big up to everyone that's in the chat watching this. I'm going for your questions now. Please to make sure, guys, you're going to like and subscribe here, as I'm going to be on here for about 20 more minutes, and I'm going to go for your questions. Martinelli is the first wing I've ever seen to be praised for defending. Yeah, he literally does defend really well. Sorry, I'm really upset. Arteta infuriated me today. Yeah, you did infuriate me too. I can't lie. I do feel the same. Let me just go through. Ball in the back of the net, and Arteta starts worrying that's who is going to win it for you. I know he's not going to win it for you always. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he can score, but he's not really going to win us the game, is he? If we're being honest. If we're being completely honest. And I want Martinelli gone. See enough, yeah. I feel the same. Big up to Moogs. Big up, so today Arteta is to blame for his result. As soon as I saw the starting lineup, I knew we wouldn't get anything out of the game. Yeah, I do agree with that. Well, I think we'd get a draw, but I just thought a draw with what we'd be getting. Big up to Moogs. Hadi says, like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much for your support. We should have been brave today. Liverpool weren't great, and we could have won with the right tactics and not bravery. That's the reason why I'm so annoyed, because we had the chance to probably win today, and we didn't take that chance. And I'll be honest, I just feel very deflated. I feel a bit better now, actually, guys. I've chatted with you, and it's good to hear what you guys have to say. But I do feel deflated. I feel really deflated. Everton won't be easy. Yeah, that'll be a tough one. That's like Arsenal when we play, Spurs. That's always tough. I could see a draw happening in that one, but yeah, it doesn't feel great today, obviously, guys. I do feel quite deflated with it, but I feel a bit better, actually, that I've spoken with you guys. It's hard. I don't think we did enough to win today, but I could have felt a draw would have been an okay result. It's a tough one, really, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, a lot of people thought we'd win today at Anfield because of the squad depth we had, but I just don't. I mean, if Eze started, I thought we'd have won, but because Eze didn't start, I didn't have the confidence that we would win. If Eze starts, then you've got a better chance because he's very much an attacking player. I think what I would say about today is that it's probably a lesson learned for Arteta to maybe be a bit more risky. But listen, we're all going to have different opinions on the game. Some people might think Arteta did the right thing. If we'd won today, I think it would have been a different story. But it's hard because I don't think we deserved nothing out of the game, but I didn't think, we just can't accept it now. But yeah, no lessons learned. I mean, I just think Arteta does the same sort of stuff. I think he's great, but I think he's stubborn when he wants to be. Like I said to you guys, the lineup that I would have done I would have actually played Martinelli, I will be honest, because he has a good record. I would have probably played Martinelli, Gyökeres, Madueke, Eze, and then the usual team. But guys, it's not the end of the world. We just had to pick ourselves back up, get a comfortable win against Tottenham Forest. We got Man City, and then we've got Athletic Bilbao, I think. So yeah, the Champions League campaign will be starting soon, which should be good. So, yeah, I think we're going to keep a heads up from this, and obviously, guys, we'll have to see Saliba's injury. I did hear, guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently Saliba got injured in the warm up, and he still played. So I'm not sure why he played. I think if you're not fit, then don't play, because you could actually make your injury a lot more worse. So yeah, I don't know why he played. Tune up so it's just a match day 3. We can get back on track with positive results on the next 2 games. Well, absolutely, because Liverpool I don't think Liverpool are gonna win all their games, so they'll be dropping points. Everyone's gonna drop points on the way, so yeah, it's not the end of the world. In his mind, the plan worked, but we were unlucky with the wonder goal. It's hard. You could say we were unlucky, because when people take free kicks, it's only so often that you're going to score from them. But I don't know how I see it. I just feel deflated, really. But yeah, we just didn't do enough to win it. That's all I can say. The only thing worse than your team losing is going to the away game, your team losing, have a long drive home. Yeah, that is tough. Pray to Arsenal fans that travelled today. Big up to their dedication. Didn't deserve to win today. Also didn't. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't think we deserved to lose, but we didn't deserve to win. I think a draw would have been fair, but yeah, like I said, I don't remember them having so many chances because we defended really well. I know they had a few corners, but we didn't have many chances either. So yeah, it was a very in the middle type of game. We have got the players to take risks in our attacking play, we do, but we just don't play them as much as I'd want to play them. He played because Managerial says, yeah, that was a great free kick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't argue that. I saw that. I just thought I was speechless. I was just like, wow, that is amazing. That free kick was just incredible. And if it was Declan Rice that scored, I'd be saying fair enough. So I do think that's a pretty good free kick, and we have to give ourselves credit for that. The best thing the manager can do is a Conte 16-17 when he changed tactics after 3-0 loss and went on to win the league. I don't think Arteta would change his tactics or change too much in this, but I do think he should. I think you always need to change things. If things aren't working, you've got to find different ways of playing and suiting how a lot of these players like Gyökeres are playing. You have to find different ways of doing things, but we just don't really have that right now. It's going to be a long season, but we'll have to see how we go, guys. It's still not the end of the world. We're still in a good place. I think we're third right now. It's the international break, so let's just enjoy the international break, guys. And yeah, guys, Arsenal women are back on Saturday, so please do watch that. I'll be watching it. I'm going to be away next weekend, but I'll try and do a video if I can. I'll try and do a review if I can. But yeah, Arsenal are in the back. They're probably oh, that's going to be tough. Now we need to go on a run. But injuries are piling up again just before our squad is ready. Injuries hit us again. Good point. We've got depth. That's good. I didn't actually know about Norgard if he was fit, but he's been out. He's been out for a while, but yeah, we've got depth. I don't think we need to worry. Saka will be back soon. I'm happy. I think this international break is actually good for Arsenal because it gets these injuries. During the international break, it gets time and So I think we'll be okay. But I will miss Arsenal. But yeah, I'm so happy for that. Yeah, can't wait for Arsenal women to play. But yeah, I think the international break is going to do us good because it buys us a bit of time when these players are injured, because you want to see Madueke and Saka on the same team. It's good Madueke has done a great job in Saka's absence, but you want them to both play. You want to see Saka in the team, but it's just a shame right now because of injuries. But yeah, I think it's good. We're bringing a lot of depth in. Obviously, guys, doing Dojo Shut tomorrow, so I'll do a transfer video tomorrow as well. I'm gonna be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow to do an Arsenal win preview with Daisy. So I will let you guys know about that. But yeah, no excuse for them. Yeah. Um, I don't think Arteta has the ability to change his defensive vision of Pep, and now look how City are doing. Conte will do a good job. I mean, it's really hard to watch the football we're playing because I'm the opposite of Arteta. I don't like a team that sits back. I mean, there's times you have to sit back, and I'll be honest with you, you just have to accept that. I don't mind us winning ugly if we win. No, playing ugly if we win, sorry. But I loved our style of play under Wenger. I just like watching us, Virgil Sanchez, the attacking football we played. I mean, this isn't my personal favourite style of play, but if it gets you league titles, then I'll be happy. But it's not got us league titles yet, so that's why it's not working really. It's a bit like when Gareth Southgate was in charge of England. They had a lot of attacking players, but Southgate still played defensive football. That's a really good point because I don't know. I think certain managers like to play defensive. I mean, obviously, I like managers that like to take risks and like to play quite attacking football. But obviously, each to their own. But yeah, Gareth Southgate was very much defensive. He loved his defensive midfielders, didn't he? Big up to Stephen and big up to Sophie. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, hope you're well too. Do you think Raya could have done better with the free kick? And this is a good comment actually because I watched it and I remember thinking it wasn't his fault it went in. I think he got his fingertip to it, didn't he? So it's a tough one. I think that free kick was maybe out of his reach, but because he got his fingertip to it, I did think to myself maybe he could have got it. I think he could have got it, but to answer your question, yeah, I think he could have got it or done a bit better, but I just think he probably wasn't expecting it to be so high, and I think it hit the post and went in. So I think it's unfair for people to have a go at Raya about it because I think it was a very tough free kick, but he did get his finger to it, so I suppose he could have gotten it a bit better. It's a tough one really because it was a really good free kick. I don't think any of us can deny that it was really good. It was a tough one to go to get to, but yeah, I think it was a decent free kick. Obviously, I can't deny that it was a good free kick. But yeah, a good question because people question Ryan for that. Yeah, that free kick was outrageous. It was. I don't. It's hard because he did get it, but then it went in. His fingertip got it, so potentially he could have gotten it, but it was a hard one to reach for him. To me, Arteta mostly resembles Diego Simeone, but I feel like he can do better, learn his lesson, do better. That's what I want Arteta to do. I want Arteta to learn from this and do better, but I just don't think he will learn from this because he likes to do the same stuff. He doesn't like change. That's what it seems like to me. I think he likes what he likes. He likes to play defensive, and sometimes that will backfire on you. Sometimes it won't. It just happens sometimes. So yeah, it's a tough one, really. I think I don't mind us playing this way if we win stuff and if we get over the line, but it's a fact that we've not been getting over the line. Oh god, I think we play Athletic. I just want to check. Can you imagine us? Do you know what, guys? Can you imagine us when we play Atletico? That is going to be the most boring game. Let me just have a look. Oh my god. This is so. Do you know what this actually sucks? A few days after my birthday, we play Atletico Madrid. That is going to be such a defensive game. Oh, I'm excited for it though. I don't see Arteta inspiring Gyökeres to thrive. You can't fault his work rate, but he's going to become frustrated if not fed. I'm concerned that his game is too much for Zubi. I do actually think you made a good point about Gyökeres because I mean people can say Gyökeres as a striker should be doing his own stuff, but I just really think that if you're not giving a striker the service, then there's not much you can do as a striker. You can't get into the game. If no one's passing to you, you can't really do much there. I think that's going to be a big problem for him, I really do. And that's what I'm a bit worried. I think Zubimendi just needs a bit of time. That's what I'd say. It's hard to say right now. It's a bit early. Sorry, Mrs. One. I don't understand how Managerial has gone from 22-23 fast attacking football to the slow defensive play where corners have become our main threat. I can't understand we were so good in 22-23. That is a really good comment, and that is something that I completely agree with you. Like, we were so great attacking wise. Like, I was thinking to myself, I mean, I love how we were playing. We were just always, we'd always fight back. We'd always find a way to win, and even we're losing, we'd come back. I just worry that that's gone now. I just don't know if we're gonna. I think if we want to play like that, we have to play as a. You have to play. I mean, if Arteta wants to play that way, you're probably going to see Eze, Odegaard, Gyökeres and Madueke Saka, or it's difficult. I mean, I want Eze in this team, but Eze will excite you. Eze will bring you that feeling. Eze is a player that does get you off your seat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the champions of Europe on Saturday. I'll be at the Emirates Stadium, my third season, so Arsenal season like hold. I hope you enjoy the game as well. And yeah, I can't wait for Arsenal women. I'm glad it's not on my birthday. It's a few days after my day. My birthday's on the 17th, so it's a little bit after. But I want us to win for my birthday. I agree. Mendy wasn't great today. He lost the ball. I think for me, like, he is good with his passing going forward. Like, he's good at creating chances, but I just think he loses the ball too much. And I think that's a bit of a problem. And especially when you're playing against these big teams, whether it's a Champions League team or whether it's, you know, Liverpool, whoever. I mean, we're good that we're so defensively strong, but you're going to get punished if you're not careful. So I think Mendy needs to be careful with that aspect of his game. But yeah, I just think that's a big problem for us. Hey, so why don't you go to Madrid for your birthday and get on the sangria and watch I might, you never know. I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday. And it's for Arsenal ruin my birthday. I just don't want I just don't rely on Arsenal to get the win in my birthday. But I am excited for the Champions League games. I don't know how we would actually play against Atletico Madrid because, I mean, I think they're known for playing the way we play right now. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope we can get the job done. I'm happy with the Champions League games we've got. I think we've got winnable games. Obviously, we have Nottingham Forest, we've got Athletic Club away, and then Man City at home, Newcastle away, and then obviously It's really weird playing Olympiacos because we played him a lot in the Europa League, so it brings back memories. But yeah, I'm excited for the Champions League, but I think that's given us a bit of hope, a bit of optimism going forward because it's not been great at Champions League. You know, we got to the semi-finals. It'd be great to get to the final season, but I just think we need to feed Gyökeres. It's so obvious. We need to. I don't prefer different teams. That's interesting. Who do you wanted to play? I mean, I'm okay with who we've got. I can't complain really. Obviously, guys, if you've got any questions, do send them in. I'll be ending this in about 5 more minutes, so do send them in as well. I'll happily answer your questions. Yeah, but I don't want to play Bayern. I'm not really happy about Bayern because I just think we've not had a record against them, have we? I mean, Harry Kane, who knocked us out in the quarters. So, yeah, I don't want to play Bayern. There's too much history there. They've knocked us out too many times. We have to get our revenge on them now, though. But I'm happy we don't have that Madrid. I don't want Madrid, really. I'll take what we have. That I'd probably accept it. I think that's going to be. I think they're all going to be tough. People will actually underestimate how tough these games are going to be in the Champions League, but yeah, I think it's a tough one, really. Are you Teta out? Are you Teta out yet? I'm just in the middle. I don't know right now, to be honest with you. I do think he should be questioned for today because he didn't do a lot of great stuff, but I wouldn't say that. I don't know. It's hard. I'm in the middle, really. Just different teams like Dortmund, Barca, Atletico is okay because it's been a while. Yeah, I'm okay with what we have. I don't really want Bayern particularly because I don't think we've got a great record. But it is what it is. We'll have to see how we do in those games. But as I said, it's not the end of the world. We could have had it worse. But yeah, I think we'll do good. I think we'll do decent enough. I don't know how far we'll go. I think in the Champions League, you always need a bit of luck to get you far. You need players not to have a lot of injuries. It's always hard. You need to have a right amount of luck as well. I'm not saying I think we'd win against Barca, but I want something different. Yeah, it would be nice to have something different, a nice new challenge. I would have liked Barca, but I think we'd struggle against Barca. I just don't know if we'd beat them. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying. So far, who do you see as fighting for the title? Uh, Man City haven't been great at all. I still think it will be us and Liverpool. Today doesn't change that because, I mean, it's not put us in a great place. But it's only the third game, so I think it would be. I have a feeling it might be Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea could definitely be a title race, but yeah, this is the thing. Like, I do not see the light. It's difficult because you ask me right now, you know my answer, but it's difficult because I want Arteta to do well. I'm rooting for him, but I think I'm slowly giving up. I feel like I'm slowly giving up faith. But listen, if we win the league, if we win the league this season, you know what? Credit to Arteta. But if we don't, then I think he has to go. He should have won something last season. He didn't. To be fair, we looked like trash against Burnley, and we only scraped a win. I'm so sad you guys lost. You guys won at the end. That was so sad. I would like one day to see Eddie Howe managing Arsenal. I think he would do decent in Arsenal. To be fair, I think he would do. I think he would do not bad at Arsenal. I think he's a good manager. He's done good for Newcastle. He's definitely helped them and brought them a long way as well. Good shout, to be fair, Nagelsmann. I think it's hard with managers because it'd have to be the right fit for Arsenal. It'd have to fit with how we play, just their personality as well. It'd have to go well in the dressing room. But if we don't win stuff, then they do have to go because it comes to a point where you have to just say enough is enough. I only hope this is the only defeat we suffer in the league. With each passing minute, I feel more deflated. Yeah, I think we'll win more. Sorry, we will lose. We'll lose games. We'll have different results, but we just have to not draw as many as we did last season. We drew so many games last season; it was absolutely crazy. I'd like to see us start talking with other managers just to put Arteta needs to be under pressure. I don't know if Arteta's under pressure. We have no idea if he's under pressure. I've always said to you guys, I think if we get top 4, they'll be happy with that as owners. But I just don't think that's the thing. I don't know. I think Arteta should be under pressure because if you're an Arsenal manager and you're not winning stuff, there must be a turning point where you do have to move on. But Arteta is under pressure. Should be. Yeah. A good comment though from Ron. We'll have to see what happens with Arteta, guys. I'll give you guys 1 second. Sorry about that, my light just went funny. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Arteta. Hopefully we'll do better. But yeah, obviously it's a reaction. We're gonna, in a few days, you might feel better about it. We might see it differently. But big up to everyone that's watching my show today. I'm gonna end this now. But thank you all for watching. I've had a lovely time chatting with you guys. Thank you so much to those that have joined me today. I'll probably be back tomorrow in the afternoon to do a little video about the transfer updates because I know Kivior, I know Hincapié, that's pretty much going to be done as well. So I would do in a video on Monday night as well. So yeah, obviously there'll be lots to talk about, guys. But obviously big up to everyone that's watched my live show today. I've had a lovely time chatting with all of you, and the result didn't go away, but it was good to chat with you anyway. But yeah, thank you for watching my show today. Big up to the chat, and obviously guys, please do make sure you're liking this video and please do subscribe it if you haven't already. And I will see you all very much tomorrow. And big up to Stephen. Thank you, Panache. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Josh, that came in. And yeah, I will see you very soon, everyone. And have a lovely day, night, evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you very soon, guys. Take care.